The following podcast is most likely unlistenable, unintelligible, inarticulate, and problematic, and will probably ruin your day. But if you have any pity in your big red heart, you will listen to these four handsome boys. Please, bro, please. They need this so bad. Please listen, bro. Just listen.
Did you want to capitalize on your cold open idea? I asked for cold open ideas, and all you said was Jesse.
Hey guys, Jesse
That's
from
not cold open.
Breaking Bad.
I mean, that is a good cold open. Someone while I was at work named Hood David called me.
Did you answer?
Yeah.
No.
Don't pick if you get called by Hood David at 3 a.m. Don't pick up.
But they
Worst mistake of my life.
they left a voicemail. I'm gonna see if I can try and find it. Maybe it might be them. I have a voicemail, and they're the only ones that called me. So
Good one.
never mind.
Craig.
Okay, well then we're cutting that because I was
Shit.
shut up. Shut up. That was nothing.
Your
I thought
message is next.
I thought Hood David was gonna come on the line and just.
Yeah. What kind of message do you think he would have left?
David.
I think he would have threatened my life.
Yeah, probably actually.
If I
No,
was Hood David,
That's
If
my
I was
own
with David.
that's my own biases coming into play there. I think he would have just been I think Hood David's an upstanding young man.
Mhm.
And,
I don't.
you know, he's not given a lot of opportunities due to his social standing.
You weren't raised
Because his name's
next to
David.
David like me.
yeah,
All Davids, yeah. And he's calling me,
Hmm.
looking for a job.
Good
Probably
David calling me.
He's because you're Goliath, dude, and he's coming to kill you.
Mhm.
he's gonna hit me with a tiny rock, which used to be a big problem for me because I used to work at a lot of camps with little
Tiny
kids.
rocks.
That's true, actually. Like, how often did kids like try and David and the Goliath you? Like, literally try and hit you with a fucking rock to kill you.
How many fingers did they shove in
How
your
often?
mouth?
Yeah,
It
how
was
often?
It was pretty common, but like I wear steel-toed shoes to work.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They're
so you
like
could
my
just
work
kick them.
boots.
Yeah.
I would spin kick. Most kids that go to camp are spin kick height.
Oh,
Kickable.
So that was kind of just a preventative measure from
I see. Oh, that's really
being
smart, actually.
having my skull caved in.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I would never have guessed the whole like, I don't know, the perfect kick height.
I like heel dropping right on the soft spot
Oh,
head.
interesting.
because it's not
Okay.
fully developed yet.
Mhm.
So
I like
it's
putting a
really
baby on
easy
a.
kill.
Do you
It's
ever
a
put
really
a
easy kill.
when you were a baby? Did your parents put you on a pottery wheel and then mold your soft
Mold my
spot
head.
into
Yeah.
an ashtray?
hmm
That's what my parents did.
No, actually, Britney Spears would hold me and then push the soft spot of my head in, and then ash her cigarettes.
Hey Peter, remember that one time Basie stole the Family Guy? Remember that one time Basie used the Family Guy joke?
Hey,
Peter.
remember when Noah
No one watches
literally
Family
stole
Guy
a
anymore, so
Family
we can
Guy
just steal
joke
the
and then is pointing to me as if I stole the joke?
I said pottery wheel. That's different from
Pottery
Britney.
wheel into an ashtray. It's the same joke.
Yeah, but I didn't specifically say
my
Britney
God.
Spears.
I know, because you were literally copying.
I'm gonna write down
Family
every
Guy.
Family
You were
Guy
trying
joke.
to copy without making it obvious that you were copying.
Yeah, like
That's
you
how.
were like-
Yeah, haven't you ever heard the phrase "good artists imitate, but great artists steal"?
Mm.
That's what I'm doing.
You're saying Seth MacFarlane's a great artist?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see his drawings?
You see all those
Hey,
kids?
hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
He drew Peter.
He drew Joe.
If you're a kid, I gotta start the podcast. Welcome back to Post Unavailable. It's the podcast for nobody, by
guys.
nobody. I'm of course joined by my hosts, Matthew Cosrin,
What's up, guys?
Merchant Babel,
The Full Metal Alchemist.
Basie Farrell.
Hi.
But yeah, if your kid came up to you and showed you
well.
Peter Griffin, the whole Family Guy family, you'd be impressed. You'd be like, wow, pretty
Yeah,
good.
there's a difference between a kid doing it
No.
and Seth MacFarlane, I don't know, 40-year-old dude doing it.
Seth MacFarlane, or not Seth MacFarlane, I don't think he specifically writes the show anymore, but like Family Guy has a habit of getting upset at new animated shows. Like, remember they had this really strange vendetta against Bob's Burgers for a while?
Bob's Burgers
Uh,
stole all of everything from Family Guy.
I have to be honest with you.
To be fair, yeah.
I think you're talking to the wrong people here. I think you should be talking to Chris about this. He's
Yeah,
he's a
like-
Family Guy connoisseur.
That's
you know?
true, actually.
That's true. Chris
he
won't come on
is
the
like
podcast.
Chris loves Family Guy. You know.
Chris won't come on the podcast, but he will go to Dino Daycare with me
What's worse?
or Dino Drive-in. Can I talk about Dino Drive-in?
Please
Mhm.
do, actually. I'm really excited to hear about it.
So Kitchener opened up a thing called Dinosaur Drive-thru, where basically you line up your car, you pay
Mhm.
you pay online, and it was this sort of African lion safari, but with animatronic dinosaurs
Real dinosaurs.
along the way.
Real life.
It's just crocodiles and shit.
Chickens.
Chickens.
They so we drove all the way to Kitchener. We picked up our son Chris to take him to dino school.
Mhm.
And we waited in line, and you can tune in your radio to like the dinosaur station, which is like
that's amazing.
it's like a
That's badass.
educational station that just tells you dinosaur facts as you pass the certain dinosaurs. Yeah, it was cute. It was really cute. These dinosaurs, they did move. Some screamed at you.
That's scary.
There were little signs that said which dinosaur was which.
Which
Dinosaur
dinosaur
are
are you?
Which dinosaur are you? There was a BuzzFeed quiz at the end.
I was gonna say there's a quiz about it.
Some of them just wouldn't move. Like you couldn't tell because like I'm not gonna tell you the movement wasn't crazy. It would be like head wags and head turns and arms would move, but like none of them are fucking walking around. Right?
No, of course not.
No one's doing the dinosaur.
Yeah, it was more like a drive-through rainforest cafe.
It is a little bit like that, except you don't eat, but it is
Oh,
cheaper.
you don't? I thought you get food.
How would they get?
No,
you
Matt,
food?
you are the food.
Like they,
Well,
like a dinosaur. Like there's a dinosaur head, like a T-Rex that's like wagging around, and then like the head comes down to your car, and out comes a guy to take your order from the mouth,
it's
and then
like
he hands you the food through the mouth. And it's kind of like the T-Rex is barfing the food into your mouth like you're its babies.
that's the
That's
appeal,
the
right?
kind of the experience. Yeah.
Yeah, the big brontosaurus ribs like they eat in the Flintstones.
Mhm.
But no, it was pretty fun. Very short. It was like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's.
wow.
I mean, that's kind of to be expected. It's
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's Kitchener.
Also,
Oh,
where do you
yeah,
think
yeah.
they got the animatronics?
They definitely rent them out from some sort of reptile museum or something. I think there's it's like a traveling kids museum.
It's a
that
traveling circus.
just has a bunch. Definitely some of them
Traveling
were
dinosaur circus.
they just launched animatronics from a cannon. There was definitely some that I could have stolen.
Ooh.
Like
Why didn't you?
they were small enough. I don't know. I wanted to respect their habitat.
We could make a whole
Oh,
podcast
okay.
episode about stealing these animatronic dinosaurs.
I think
were
it
they
would probably
scary like Freddy? Did you think Freddy, one of them, was gonna?
Bite your head off.
Yeah, like come out.
Is that the fight of 2020?
Yeah, they were really.
Funny.
I put a dinosaur bit into my frontal lobe, and now I
Oh.
just start seeing scary dinosaurs everywhere.
Purple
Yeah.
guy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
Guys,
watch
purple
out.
guy here.
Hey guys. So
Um,
guys, purple guy here.
Oh, guys.
but I was saying I think they should do another thing like that, but have it only be Bigfoots.
That's yeah.
Different Bigfoots.
Yeah, and they like
So you can,
move and they scream at you as you're driving.
And like that, it's one of these places that's going to be like, it's basically going to be a sort of bathhouse of sorts in kind of these southern rural places where it's not so okay for sexuality to be open. So me and the boys were just going on the hunt for Bigfoot. Okay, and you just
Right.
go to this park. All right, there's an animatronic Bigfoot going around. It's very scary. Okay, you give your boyfriend a hand job, and then you leave, and
Right.
it's really beautiful. you know?
It's been said before countless times that people that go out to hunt Bigfoot are just using it as an excuse to go have sex in the woods.
And go have sex with their boys.
Mhm.
And, hey, that's not you know a
Smart,
bad thing.
actually. To be honest,
It is
it's really
smart, yeah.
It
Especially
is smart.
because they only hunt Bigfoot in like Texas, where Bigfoot isn't anywhere close to.
Mhm.
Have you seen that hunting Bigfoot? And they're in the Gulf of Mexico, and they're like, it's like, hold on, a
They're
second.
naked.
We
Isn't-
talked about this
They're all
before.
naked. They all have guns. and shit.
Have to
We
get
talked
naked
about this
for warmth.
before, but there's that Bigfoot documentary on Netflix for the longest time where this Bigfoot expert claimed that there was 15,000 Bigfoots all over northern Canada.
Yeah,
Hey, did you prove
15,000.
him wrong? I don't know what's your point.
Yeah, where's he at?
Was he
How did you
wrong?
prove him wrong?
It's
I,
impossible.
I
Yeah.
can't disprove him. I honestly can't because
It's like Steven
mean,
Crowder changed my mind. There's
he's-
15,000 Bigfoots. Changed my mind.
he's definitely seen them. So, I mean, if there was 15,000 Bigfoots, someone would have been killed by one by now, and someone would have witnessed it.
Maybe.
You're telling me
see,
there's
I don't know.
You're telling
I
me
think
there's-
the beauty of the Bigfoots is that like their communication is far past humans, and so when people do actually encounter these Bigfoots, it's more of like this a sort of mating ritual, and
Right.
after the humans leave, they understand like I'm not going to break this sacred bond I have with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
No,
with
that
any
makes
other
And they
no
don't say anything.
That
They
makes
don't say
no
anything.
fucking sense. There's no way that there's 15,000 Bigfoot who are all ninjas who absolutely understand cameras and human technology and are actively avoiding them, and also like living underground or in like there's not enough land in Canada for 15,000 Bigfoots to be stealthily avoiding humans.
That's
I
what
don't
you
think
think.
they're. I don't think they're stealthily avoiding humans. I think they're making love to humans and convincing them
They're having
not to sell them out.
they're having like incredible sex with these humans.
No
and they're like,
snitches.
wow, yeah, it's so good. Nobody's snitching.
Like I think the problem here, Noah, is that you're not like able to really comprehend Bigfoot.
my brain
pussy,
can't figure it out.
a bussy, if you will. Like you just can't
Bussy.
really
Big
comprehend
pussy.
that big pussy.
It's big. Yeah, that's what
It's-
the females are called instead of Bigfoot. They're just called big pussy.
Big
Big
dick.
pussy,
Yeah, big pussy and
Big
big
fuck.
dicks.
big fuck.
That's the new Bigfoot special where it's like, I don't call him Bigfoot because I'm trying to fuck him. I call him Big Pussy, dude.
Big pussy. I'm trying to get it in with Bigfoot.
Trying to get my fucking big dick wet, dude.
They should do
Big
like a
pussy.
rainforest cafe style restaurant with Bigfoot
With
in it.
big pussy.
with Big Pussy in it. It should be like they should get a bunch of cryptids, like have Mothman and aliens in there, and just have like their animatronic, and they just scream at you while you're trying to eat your chicken fingers.
Well, they're just apes, right? That's what that's what they are. I mean,
Whoa.
I guess not. I guess if we're really
We need to
being
keep these
serious-
Bigfoots off the street.
Oh my.
I don't think these generalizations about Bigfoot.
Yeah, I don't think this
I
is.
mean, if we're being honest, it's a monster created
Oh.
by indigenous people.
Oh,
right?
I just don't
no.
think that I don't think that we should make it about Bigfoots. I think it should be more about class.
It's not about Bigfoot, okay?
I think we should
About the
definitely
classification.
steal all the animatronics from Rainforest Cafe and then make our own like drive-through. It's basically
Oh,
it's you know when like
alternate.
when you were a kid and you wanted to give the impression to your parents that you actually ate a lot of the food you don't like, so you spread it around your plate.
Mmm.
We do that, but
I
with
never did that because I respected my parents.
You're not a good businessman because that's what we'll do with Rainforest Cafe. The problem is they're all like together in one big sort of cluster of animatronic
Right.
animals, but if we spread them out over like a 15 to 20 minute drive,
Right.
charge for it, that's a little African line safari right there.
I thought you meant like we were gonna like to hide the food we didn't eat at the Rainforest Cafe. We're gonna feed it to the animatronic monkeys.
I think that would just short circuit the they
Well,
go
maybe when
crazy.
they're like getting rid of them, now we take them because we broke the monkeys.
How fucked would it be if African line safari just had some animals as animatronics?
Like they weren't real.
Yeah, like some of the animals were,
Uh-huh.
but
People are like, "Hey,
It's not like you can
wait
get
a
close
minute."
enough to tell for some of them. Just put them all the way in the back.
Just so they can
What
collect.
are you gonna
sperms
do?
are
Drive
cool.
over there?
Look, if you look over there, we actually have a real unicorn.
Yeah.
Well, it's far away and it's not coming right to my car, so who am I to say? Well, I was thinking because it's like they don't have gorillas at African Lion Safari.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Do you
Dude.
Could you
imagine?
No.
Can you
You're
imagine
going-
you're driving through like the monkey area and then he just comes over and opens your door and takes his seat,
He just sits down.
buckles his seatbelt?
He knows you're afraid of him,
That's
but he's
not-
not going to hurt you.
That's
It's
not
like, what are you
I
gonna do?
would
Your
think,
son
but
now.
that's equally terrifying, actually.
What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, gorillas get pissed off really easily. They're just gonna destroy
Yeah,
take your tires or something.
They're completely like, what's the word? Unpredictable, right?
Yeah, it's those, you know those videos of like Russian guys getting mad, like getting road rage at people in their cars, and people are like filming, and they punch through the window. So imagine that, but a gorilla
Oh,
gets you in a stranglehold.
Yeah,
I mean, they
that's
are
Good.
they already have like rhinos and baboons and shit walking around.
Yeah,
that's
and they have
true.
like
Rhinos
lions.
are pretty terrifying.
And they're also
imagine-
terrifying.
Imagine those combined.
A
What,
Ryan
like
and a bamboo. A
Pharaoh?
baboon.
A Ryan?
Like a centaur.
Orion.
Yeah,
They have-
yeah, Orion.
They have Brian there.
Hey guys, it's me.
Dangerous animal.
Oh, hey Peter.
Orion.
The
Stewie,
gorillas.
Dewey, and you should stop being
use it.
terrorist.
Brian, Brian.
Meg, your
should have a-
dog Brian is now at African Lion Safari.
That's right, Meg. Our dog Brian is dead.
Remember that episode?
The
They
best.
should do an
episode.
African Lion Safari, but it's all Family Guy animatronics.
It's drive-through. You drive through, and,
And at the end, you run over Brian.
Peter.
There's
Yeah,
like
they
a-
tell you to speed up, and Brian, there's a cardboard cutout.
Brian, look out!
Speed up.
How come there's no? I guess because Fox owns Family Guy. Is there a theme park that has Family Guy characters walking around?
Yeah, Disney.
Does Fox have a theme park?
Disneyland's
Oh, I
gonna
guess
have like
Disneyland, yeah.
How come Disney hasn't started? I mean, I guess because of the whole COVID thing, but like, how come they haven't put Peter Griffin walking around?
Could you imagine?
There's
Holy
imagine
fuck.
your kid like doesn't want to see any of the. I mean, that'd be me as a kid. I wouldn't want to see any of the Disney princesses. I would just want to meet Peter and Chris
Griffin.
Griffin.
Yo, Lois is a Disney princess.
Oh my god,
What?
yeah, Lois and Meg.
'Cause isn't well,
Two
she's
Disney
like she's an
princesses.
heiress, right? To their racist dad
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh
To
yeah,
the
that's
racist
true.
dad.
What?
Where's that?
Remember that episode where he comes back and he's like, and they're at a club or something, and he's like, "Now fetch me a drink, boy," and the like waiter's black or whatever, and everybody's just staring at him. Isn't that
Ooh,
funny, guys?
That show.
What
The problem
I-
is that
I love
What-
Family Guy.
what Merchant? What?
I don't remember that. I didn't
don't?
watch as much film. Sorry
I-
guys, I don't
I
watch.
remember
That's
that
fine. That-
episode
I
specifically
wouldn't burn
only because of him saying that. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I wonder who owns like the theme park rights to Family Guy though, because Universal has Simpsons. I don't think like Disney
Yeah.
can do Simpsons stuff because Universal owns Simpsons, and same with like, I think Universal, I think Disneyland can't say Marvel. They can only say like MCU or Avengers
Oh, interesting.
because
Because
Universal
they don't own Marvel. They own Marvel
Mhm.
Studios.
and they don't own like the Hulk coaster rights basically,
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
right.
true.
God, that's the best coaster.
or
too.
the Tower of Doom.
Is that
But
the
I s-
Doctor Doom one?
No, it's Howard the Duck. But I say Universal should just cut their losses, give the Marvel shit back to Disney. Peter Griffin Park.
Peter Griffin Park.
Hey, Peter.
Maybe I think
I
Universal
thought
should
you opened up
demand
your
the
own
Family Guy
theme
franchise for their park.
Exactly. Buy those rights. Imagine a roller coaster where you sit on Joe Swanson's lap
Be hot.
and he rolls around in his wheelchair.
And then he stands up with Quagmire behind him.
You do that. He stands up with
Oh,
you
yeah.
behind.
That's the ride.
Oh.
There's a ride that's just Quagmire's exposed
One
penis.
sec.
What?
You heard me.
Are these the Family Guy rides? Are these official?
What'd you say? Like, would
Yeah.
you actually say? I was a little
I said
distracted.
there's a ride where you're on Quagmire's exposed penis.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Would you ride it?
Would you
yeah.
ride?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
Family Guy tweeted out some like
Yeah.
dumbass thing, like the official Family Guy Twitter,
Like the Family Guy.
and someone was like trying to shut them down, and then they just went, "Shut up, Meg."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They did something like really.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
It's not funny, but it's funny that. Do you think that the guy running that thinks that like Family Guy is dumb, but the jokes are like ironically funny, and so he does stuff like that? Or do you think the guy running the Twitter is like, I love Family Guy?
What
know,
would
dude.
let me ask you, Noah, what would you have tweeted if you were in charge of the Family Guy Twitter?
I would delete it. I'd be like,
I deleted. Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, you're right.
Main
I'm
thing.
sorry. I'd be like, we just want to apologize for the
Show. everything.
allegations. Oh yeah, it was like a tweet of Family Guy was making fun of BoJack Horseman, and then
Right.
someone was like, "Oh, on today's Family Guy episode of Family Guy is salty that another adult comedy is better than them," and they went, "Lol, shut up, Meg."
That's funny. Why were you talking about like allegations and stuff when it's about BoJack Horseman?
No, well, I would just say that. I would, if I owned the Twitter, I would say that and come out.
And you were being, people were saying you're a pedophile. You'd be
Sorry
like,
about
shut
the
up.
allegations, guys.
Yeah, I know. That's the Family Guy Twitter is invincible. There's
Yeah.
They could
nothing.
just respond with that.
Yeah.
It's what I'm saying, man. The it's like the response, two camels in a
I mean,
tiny car.
I think
Right,
anyone
well,
can
John-
say it. Everyone's gonna get it. Everyone's gonna be like, "Ha, nice Family Guy reference," and then any criticism is blown over
In-
Boy,
Yeah.
because you made a Family Guy reference.
Instead
yeah.
of
reference.
Your
Kevin
Your Honor, shut up, Meg.
Everybody clap.
death,
Obama was there.
League of
Insta-
Legends.
instead of Kevin Spacey, like instead of saying like, "Oh, I'm gay," like deflecting from the fact that he came out,
Shut
he
up.
was
He-
outed
he-
as a
yeah, he
pedophile.
sh-
He should have said, "Shut up, Meg."
Yeah,
That's true.
Everyone would have been like, "Oh,
man
we love
free.
him."
would have laughed.
Jeffrey Epstein should have said that when they were out of doing his like hearing and they were talking about his egg-shaped penis or whatever.
Hmm.
Have you
That's
seen that?
Donald Trump. I thought Donald Trump has the egg shape.
No, his penis looks like Toad from Mario Kart.
It's like tiny, isn't it?
That's what
Doesn't he have a
Stormy
small-
Daniels said.
Donald Trump's penis kind of looks like, like the
Donald
know,
Trump's
like
penis
the-
looks like something that Jim
the
Henson.
Eiffel Tower, but like, so imagine like the Eiffel Tower. Okay.
but
Okay.
reversed.
I'm imagining it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you guys need to close your eyes. Okay. Think of
Okay.
the Eiffel Tower.
I am.
Okay.
Picture it in your head.
I got it.
Okay.
Right.
It's upside down. It's red, bright red, neon red. Actually,
Yes.
there's possibly neon inside it
Oh,
from how bright it's
Oh
glowing.
my god, that's
Um,
safe.
And that's it. That's it.
that's
So
it.
You're saying if you put
Yeah, I'm in.
if you put Donald Trump's dog dick in a microwave, it would, and you try to snap it, all the glow stick
Put
juice
Donald
would
Trump's
spill
red
all over
rocket.
your awesome shirt.
Yeah, dude, it would.
What the hell are you talking about?
Have you ever
Fuck,
seen
my
that
Pokemon
video
shirt
where the guy
green.
puts the glow stick in the microwave and then he snaps it and it gets all over him and his dad comes on, he's like, "Oh, you dingaling. It's all over your awesome shirt." He's like trying to
That's something your dad would say to you.
I've never put a glow stick in the microwave. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you
One
ever
time-
need a
One time, me
I
and
never have all
Tolu got burritos downtown, and then when he went home, it was cold, so I guess he wanted to microwave it, but he didn't take out of the
Oh
foil.
my god.
Oh, so he blew up his microwave? No.
What a moron!
If people like we have two other friends who aren't in this podcast, named
We have two friends.
There's
We
only
have-
one.
I don't
Christopher
know if I'll
and
believe that one.
Christopher and Tolu. And if you ever wonder why they're not featured on the podcast, it's not hard to explain why
Lou has his own podcast.
they aren't
Who
featured.
does have his own
Tolu did
podcast?
have his own podcast, but
So he does have his own podcast.
getting him to do this would be really funny.
Did you ask him?
I asked everyone at the beginning. Do you think Tolu has Discord?
I don't know.
Is he a pedophile?
He plays Hearthstone. Not to out him,
This is true.
Right.
He. Oh yeah. Out of.
Or we're just outing this person people don't know.
We're doxing him.
You should
Yeah,
take
sorry,
Tulu out of the
yeah.
closet. You should let him do
Plays
that himself.
Hearthstone. He-
Speaking of doxing Tulu, did he tell you that this weekend he was trying to buy an iPhone from some guy in Mississauga? So Chris was gonna drive him. So Chris was like, "Do you want to come with?" I'm like, "Sure." And then it's like, "All right, we're gonna go at 4." And then like an hour earlier, he texts me and he's like, "Yeah, Tulu, the guy wants cash, and Tulu doesn't have a debit card because he lost it, and he also lost his ID, so he can't get a new debit card."
Wow,
So-
Tulu lied to me. He
Why
said
would-
Chris. He said Chris canceled.
No, but well, so then they were like, "Actually, it's fine. We're gonna go." And then Tulu calls me on Snapchat video.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, we're the guy flaked. He wants to go at 8. Are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, sure, probably around like 8 or 9. And then Tulu Snapchats me again. He's like, "Yeah, Chris doesn't want to go that late." So
Okay,
both
so
both
never
of them are
mind.
dumbasses, and that's why they're both not on the podcast. But we can talk about them because we love them.
Yeah, those fucking idiots.
He got his iPhone though, so
Oh,
Because
yeah,
the
hell
guy
yeah.
drove all the way here
yeah,
instead.
he made the guy drive. Good for
That's
him.
amazing.
It is funny.
I drove
What's
all the way
like-
here. Jesus.
What's
Yeah.
the shadiest dealing you guys have ever done over Kijiji or like Facebook Marketplace? If you've done any at all.
Shadiest. I was like 12 years old and I walked into this guy's house just to buy a 3DS. It was
Oh
in the
my
bad part of
God.
town too.
Oh my god.
What do you mean the bad part of town?
Like the
Pedophile
bad part-
alley.
Yeah, what pedophile street,
Murder Alley. basically?
murder
Pedophile Street.
Murder Grove.
Did you get your DS?
Yeah, it was really bad shape, but I was 12 years old. So what am I supposed to say? No. It's gonna,
You should have checked like the camera on it and see if there's any porn, and then get sue his
you
ass.
know, I don't think I've ever opened that in my like decade of owning it. So they're very well maybe, and I could be
I wouldn't.
sent to court.
I feel like back when 3DS was at its peak, every month there'd be an article about
Pedophile.
local kid opens 3DS only to find hundreds of nudes from previous owner. Or like they used to have that thing called Spot Pass, where a brilliant idea where you basically, if you walk by someone with a DS, they would get pictures that you set to
yeah.
be shared with them. So like people were just sharing porn or like their dick pics with literal like children that had
God.
DSs on the playground. So Nintendo, they shut that down real quick.
Actually took the
Took them a while.
It was a
To
genius
take
idea.
it down.
You can't
Yeah,
believe
it's
that it
gonna
went wrong.
take some time to realize, dude.
But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find.
Nintendo is just like that's not my problem, dude. That's Mario's problem.
That's
Yeah,
Marvel's problem.
It's Marvel's problem now.
Fuck. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Kijiji. I've never really had an issue. I've just had people that have like tried to really haggle me for price.
Yeah, those people are literally the worst, and I wish they would stop.
My last few Kijiji interactions were actually really good. Like
The one I had was good, but it was like I set the price. I was just trying to get rid of this thing that I had extra of, and I was $100 below what is the lowest price was on eBay.
Uh-huh.
And this guy was like,
Can I get it for
Uh,
cheaper?
he was like, "Can I get like, will you do 180?" And I'm like, "Buddy, I'm already discounting it like 110%."
yeah.
And he's like, "All right, that's fair." And then he was a nice guy.
Well, you always got to try.
Yeah,
We,
I
uh,
know someone would just
my
be like,
most
sure.
tricky thing was probably just getting my apartment. That was like
Yeah.
I'm getting an apartment in Toronto over Kijiji. It's
Yeah.
I mean, we got this apartment over Kijiji too.
so
honestly-
yeah.
It's honestly one of the best places to look. I mean, it's just a place to look. I don't know. There's always a risk
Single
anywhere you
step.
go, except if it's like an official like website of somewhere.
Then it's like, dude.
Then it's
I
like,
feel like as long
there.
as you have common sense, you'll be fine. Like
yeah. We looked at this one place downtown. It's across from like the boathouse, near the boathouse.
Oh,
And we walk in and I was like, it's like okay, like it's kind of homey. And Amanda it takes like one step and her foot goes through one of the floorboards.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny.
We're like, okay,
Oh.
Yeah, we'll
maybe,
pass.
maybe not. Guelph is annoying for apartments, but
What about the house that was on my street? We could have been neighbors.
that's true. That house was like already taken. We went to go see it. Like us having a viewing of it was basically just a courtesy, but I'm pretty sure they already had people that they wanted to see for it.
So sad.
Yeah,
So
no,
sad.
we could have been neighbors, man. Could you imagine if things didn't change and we were still at the Barthwash house?
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh god.
Best.
I mean, to be fair, if I had money, I would have stayed.
Yeah.
So if I had a job,
I definitely would have stayed. I think my winter coat is still there.
so
Oh,
you have to,
nice.
you always need a reason to go back, just in case.
I do. I always leave little treats for them.
That's what I
so
do.
that if I need to, I can always just return. Sometimes I'll just order mail to their place, just on a
Yeah.
whim.
Just so they think of me.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you order $100 meal from Buffalo Wild Wings.
I don't think we've told that story.
Oh wait, what?
on the
What?
podcast.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
we definitely have.
Oh,
No, I don't think we
when
ever
they
told
When
Matt.
they stole your
Oh.
Buffalo Wild Wings order?
Oh no.
I thought we
So
said it on
funny.
the
What?
podcast.
No, I don't think we did.
No, I
Casey,
don't
do you want to tell
so.
it?
Please do.
Sure, I'll tell it.
Yeah,
So
basically,
we were
your
at
story.
Noah's place. He was house sitting
parents'
for his
place.
parents. Yeah, he was
yeah.
house sitting for his parents. So we were there first,
Mhm.
because they have a hot tub, and we were gonna hang out, whatever. We were gonna drink and smoke, and we were really
You're so
hungry.
cool.
Yeah,
I
we're
know. Why
super cool.
Casey makes these stories?
Yo, Basie's
So
good
we
at telling
get-
stories. Let him
So
talk.
we're getting Buffalo Wild Wings, and we get our orders, and Noah orders it, and we're sitting there and we're waiting, shooting the shit, and it's like 40 minutes or something. It's taken a while, and Noah's like, "Oh, finally, it's here. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go outside and get it, or I'm gonna go in the front and get it." And so he goes, and we're sitting there, for another 20 minutes, and Noah's still gone. And we're like, "What the fuck?" We're like, "Hold on, he's been there for 20 minutes now." And then finally he comes back, and he's like, he sits down, he's like, "Yeah, so I called Uber Eats and everything, and for some reason the address was set to the other house,
Mhm.
like the Barthwash house. So we ordered like $100 worth of Buffalo Wild
my
Wings
God.
and sent it there by accident.
And they took it.
And they took it because Noah called.
Not. I'm going to assume it wasn't Bartholomew and is the people currently living there who we know. I'm not going to dox who they are, but we know them from high school. And it totally makes sense. Like the pieces fit together that they would that someone would bring all like $100 worth of Buffalo Wild Wings and just be like, "Yeah, for Noah."
Yeah.
They'd be
And
like,
they were
"Yep."
like,
yeah,
"Yeah, man, I'm Noah."
Yeah, that's me.
Like for sure, that's what happened. They took the food, and that was it.
Here's the issue: it wasn't Uber Eats; it was Skip the Dishes. And
Oh, skip the dishes. Oh,
and
sorry.
Uber
They have
Eats.
the worst support.
Uber Eats recognizes your current location and sends the food to your current location, right? And you're able to like edit it and kind of specify what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
The other factor you have to keep in mind is that I was high as fuck, so I had I'm surprised I was even able to order food at all, right? And so I was using Skip the Dishes. Skip the Dishes just saves your last location that you ordered food from, which is stupid. It should be your current location. And I mean, all I would have had in hindsight, all I would have had to do was just say,
Check it.
"Oh no, not there." Just
Yeah, oh no, here instead.
but I didn't do that because that wasn't the default. So I ordered all our food. And then I was like, "What the fuck? Oh my god!" It went to the other house. So I was like I called Buffalo Wild Wings, and they're like, "Yeah, that would be an issue with Skip the Dishes. Sorry." And I'm like,
Fuck.
"Oh my god." So, and then I tried to like look on Skip the Dishes to try and like dispute an order, but it's like because it was already accepted, there was nothing I could do.
Oh
This just
god.
has terrible support. I was like looking everywhere and I couldn't find anything. Plus, I was like super high and didn't want to deal with this.
Mhm.
So no, they enjoyed a treat from me, from a gift from me.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
house.
it was a nice gift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Look at this gift.
Wow,
For
cool gift
you.
from Noah. Thanks, buddy. So now next time you go over there and you say,
They'll
"Give me
welcome me
my
with-
winter jacket,"
you can also
They
say,
better
"Give me my
top up-
buffalo chicken."
yeah, they
Mm,
should
my
cough
fucking
up the
chicken.
fucking jacket. I
It's
don't care
prison-
whose jacket it is.
It's prison rules, right?
Yeah.
I kind of baited them with that. And they're gonna be like,
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
scratch,
they owe you.
Oh
yeah.
my
you
god, that's
scratch
so
my back, I
smart.
scratch yours, right?
Yeah, well, the funny thing about my back is it's on my cock.
it's down my throat. I see Martin was gonna say just the super bad line, but I wanted to kind of put my own little twist on it.
You put your
But
own
sorry,
little-
I'm not allowed to do that because Basie got mad at me when I did the Family Guy one.
Hey, Peter,
Hey,
how about you
Peter.
go steal a joke from some other show? Like Hoops. Have you guys seen Hoops?
Hops burger.
Oh, that's
No.
we talked about Hoops, I think, right? Those like how
I don't
we were
know.
talking about how every adult animated show looks like Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
And Hoops. Maybe I did already rant about it. Man.
maybe.
I don't think you did. I don't think you'd seen it at the time. I think we were just talking about what's
Oh, okay. Well, I think I watched 2 episodes, and that's it. That's all
It's
I could
good,
watch.
right?
No.
Is that the Netflix one? Is that on
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Or is it Adult Swim?
It's trash. I don't know who the voice actor is for the main character.
It's Joe Johnston. We talked about this.
Okay.
He was
Joe?
Peter Parker in the new Spider-Man, and he's from New Girl. But what about
Oh.
him?
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Anyways,
Parker.
the show starts with a basketball game, and there's a foul or something, and I shit you not, for 3 straight minutes, it's the main character just shouting profanities, and that's funny. 3 straight minutes. The show, I thought I was almost done. I was halfway through. It takes so long because the only character that talks is the main character. And whenever
God.
anybody else gets a chance to
Oh.
talk, they talk for like 10 seconds. And then the main character has to go on a fucking spiel for like 2.5 minutes. It's I think it's 20. I think it's 20-ish minutes.
Probably
long,
20
I
minutes
think.
shows, yeah.
But it feels like a whole hour. It was brutal. I watched 2 episodes. I
don't know,
couldn't
man.
do it anymore. It was so tedious.
We just have to endure until like there's a new like really good hit animated show that everyone tries to copy, because it happens in cycles. It's like every show tried to look like Simpsons for a really long time, and then every show tried to look
Did
like
they?
Family Guy.
What show tried to look like Simpsons? I just can't think of one.
Family Guy for sure.
Well, yeah,
there was, like,
Family Guy. Everything looked like Family Guy.
There was
in
the
2000.
Critic.
I think
There was
Simpsons
Duckman.
That's
Duck
true.
Hunt.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Howard the
But
Duck.
but then like every show was this Family Guy for a while. Like like Brickleberry and shit.
It's me.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
shows that try to emulate
Never heard of
Archer
it.
for a while.
Hmm.
Did you ever watch Moonbeam City?
No.
It was like this it was like vaporwave Archer, but
Oh hell yeah.
but it sounds really good in concept. Rob Lowe, I think, was the main voice, and like
yeah.
the art looks good, but apparently it's really shitty. Like it's not funny at all.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Well, what's that new one? The Star Trek Below Decks?
Oh yeah,
Deck? That looks like Rick and Morty. That looks exactly like
no,
Rick
it
and Morty.
looks a lot like Rick and Morty.
Below Decks.
I hear
Yeah,
that one
something like that.
is fine.
Where it's like it's just the
Yeah.
janitors and whatnot, of Star Trek Enterprise, like 'cause the
Oh,
ship's so
that's
big
cool.
and
Yeah.
you're only in the main deck, right? Because who cares about the fucking drones? But this show is an animated version, and it's about
Yeah.
the drones,
Ah,
which
I
is,
see.
I guess, cool in concept or whatever. But
I don't know,
obviously,
dude.
it's gonna be funny Office kind of style humor, Jim face there at the camera.
The last like good animated show I watched was Transformers: War for Cybertron Siege
Oh,
on
from
Netflix.
I'm sorry to hear that.
1982.
No, it's new. They made it new. Rooster Teeth made it.
What?
Oh, Rooster Teeth Maiden, huh? Oh, that's why I haven't heard about it.
Oh, stinky.
An actual serious good animated show that just came back is Primal.
What's that about?
It's the guy who did Samurai Jack.
It's Transformers, basically.
Okay,
Beast Wars.
makes sense. Yeah, it's
No.
Beast Wars.
Nah, dude, they are doing that though for sure.
Oh.
But no, that's not it. But
They're called Primal.
But Primal, it's the guy who did Samurai Jack, and it's about like a caveman and a dinosaur who just go and they fucking just hunt. And it's like they're all like basically short films with no dialogue at all. And they're all really like smoothly animated and beautiful, and they're really fucking violent and metal.
Yeah, but is it funny?
No.
Yeah, but is there
any characters named Mr. Poopy Pants?
They should add a funny character to that show, I do think. Who would you now keep in mind? It is like it's supposed
Jim
to be
from
kind
The
of
Office,
grounded.
by
So
that.
who you would add? Jim
Yeah, Jim from
To what show?
Primal,
To Primal.
Yeah.
The new
Genji-
Transformers
Jimbo.
Beast Wars show.
Genji
say Genji?
Teravaskis,
Oh.
Genji
Genji.
Teravaskis.
Oh.
I would add
Primal.
Genji. I would add Genji.
That's actually a really
Oh,
That's dumb.
I
would not
need
add it.
healing.
I need healing.
I would add like I would
A
add Rick from Rick
dragon-
and Morty.
Becomes you.
There's a
What's his
dragon in Rick and Morty?
I would. There
Yeah,
was
there
a
is.
dragon, and there was
There
a dragon
was.
in Rick and Morty. It was the worst episode of that season.
name?
It
I
fucking
haven't
sucked.
watched Rick and Morty since I think season 2. How many seasons are there? 4?
Too many.
There's 4 now. There was one.
Yeah.
There was a couple very good episodes this season, and there was a couple big stinkers.
I mean, you can only be so funny for so
Yeah.
long, you know.
This is true.
Right? Like Rick and Morty was obviously going to fall off eventually. And I
They
think
have a
season 4 is the fall off.
They have a definitive end. I think they've ordered up to like 70. They've ordered up to enough episodes where they can go into syndication, which I think is like
Right.
70.
Isn't it, what's the dream? It's like 5 seasons in a movie or
6
something.
seasons in a movie.
That's
yeah.
Community, though.
Yeah, but that's anything.
The
right?
dream for a
That's the-
show, yeah.
That's the fucking pinnacle. You
When's
know?
the Community movie coming out?
Never.
Didn't it already?
No.
No?
Is there not a
No, dude.
community movie? There's 6 seasons though.
Do you want to make one?
Do you want to make
That
a
was
Community
fun.
movie?
Can we make a community spin-off
Abed.
where it's
Who would be who? Martian would be Abed.
Fuck you.
Talu would be the black character.
I'm Jim.
Which one?
Oh, true. Both.
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah,
Both.
Noah. Which one?
Both.
Shirley? Would he be Shirley?
Because he's very religious and motherly.
Would
Would he
Shirley.
be Troy? Huh?
We only have a limited cast, okay? So, if people have to double up on roles,
Yes,
So be it.
He has to play both male and female characters now.
Martian would be the dean.
No.
Yeah, you would.
Ding, ding, ding.
You would be the dean, Martian.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
Martian
Yeah,
would be the dean.
The fun character.
Yeah.
I didn't think that combining condoms and alcohol would make everybody horny. It just makes me really sleepy.
I love that show. I like him in anything. He always seems to voice characters that you would think could be played by him in live action. Like in the Harley Quinn show, he plays the Riddler, and they just basically made the Riddler look like him in real life.
Well, that's what they usually do. It's like
It'd be like riddle,
it's
riddler.
like Miss Archer and Archer.
That's
What's
true.
your name?
Oh,
Can't
the
remember.
mom from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Yeah, they modeled. No, it is. It's
No, I
just
know, but nobody
rent,
knows the
Michael,
name.
how much could it cost? $10 or whatever.
Oh,
I think she said banana. That's even funnier, actually.
just a banana, Michael.
Oh god, that show's fucking good. Holy
That's
shit.
the best. That's the funniest show I've ever watched.
The earlier seasons, not
first 3
Netflix
seasons,
remake.
yeah.
Netflix remake. What was it like 6 years afterwards?
Well,
and it's
yeah.
supposed
They
to
did-
pick
it was
up right
season
after.
It was season
Yeah.
4, but they did this like where it's like experimental. It's like, oh, it's like all out of order, and you watch every episode and it fits the pieces. And then they came back to it, I think, and like redid
Because
it
people complained.
in
And,
order.
like, at least stick to your guns. Keep it the way it was. you
I thought it
know?
was fine. I thought I obviously I watched it in like grade 9, so my humor wasn't as developed. But I thought like at the time, like this is fine. They did the joke where they kept having to drive different cars, but they had to censor out the logo so they don't get sued. But like they're clearly driving the Google streetcar. It's literally just the Google logo barely blurred. Like that was funny, but I never watched the other seasons after that. Like I cannot tell you what happens in them.
Well, they're super long too, right? They're like 40 minutes long.
The new episodes,
Yeah,
they
it's
were
like-
long. That didn't help.
Because it
Yeah.
doesn't
Well,
matter
they-
when it's on Netflix only, right? If it's on TV, it has to be 22 minutes, basically.
Yeah. Well, the thing, they were long, and they were only one character basically in each episode.
Well, because
Season 4.
everybody's
season
fucking
4, yeah.
famous now, right?
Because
hard
because they
to
couldn't
get
get
them
their
all
schedule
together.
or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
that. Like
because they're all super
But still,
famous.
that didn't make for. That's my
No.
point.
they had to do the same thing when they did the Wet Hot American Summer TV show, and
Yeah, but that was funny. I liked it.
I like it too because it's stupid and it doesn't try to be anything else. But I'm just saying, Bradley Cooper was in the original Wet Hot American Summer. Like it was like
Yeah.
one of his first roles, and he was like not famous at all. So for the movie, they had to be like, or for the show, I think he did the prequel show, but then for the sequel show, they were just like, just get fucking Adam Scott in because we can't get Bradley Cooper
Instead
to
of
do
him,
this.
yeah.
Because he's like one of the biggest stars in the world
Yeah,
now.
because he's like fucking millions of dollars just
And
to
he's
have him
barely in the first movie. He's just like the other theater counselor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on. That's so funny.
that's a good fucking movie. The other thing I was gonna say, the other character that the Dean plays though, that looks exactly like him, is he's the ghost from Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh, he
Um,
is.
He is?
Yeah,
Like,
he
that
is.
Stonewall Jackson ghost or whoever it is?
Yeah,
His character actually I found out is the inventor of boxing. So that's why Mike Tyson
Oh.
is friends
That's
with him.
funny.
Mhm.
Interesting.
They don't
Mike-
even mention
That's
it.
pretty funny.
They never mention it, no.
You just know.
Mike Tyson Mysteries is it's an interesting show because Mike Tyson is a convicted rapist.
Really?
He did go to jail for rape.
Oh,
But
that was-
also-
oh.
They try to make him the main character of this fun cartoon. But in their defense, they make him the most unlikable piece of shit dumbass
he is the worst character. Yeah, and
in the
it's-
show.
So yeah, they put him in the show. You mean?
And yeah, no, but I mean his character, yeah, basically like they write his
Yeah.
character to be even like more of just a complete piece of shit asshole dumbass. And Mike Tyson's like inability to voice act and probably read makes
Makes it
the
even
show
better.
makes the show like amazing. It's such an amazing watch. Just
Well,
watching
I didn't know we were going to be ableist now
Yeah, come
on
on.
the post unavailable podcast.
he is so rich, he could get lessons. He could get a he could get a
Okay,
Hey,
that-
man,
that-
listen,
I'll give you that.
when a bully pops the head of your pigeon, okay,
That's true.
murders your pigeon when you're a child, that shit does things to you. You can't read anymore.
Oh, I can
you
imagine.
only bite ears off and rape, apparently.
Mike Tyson has a very interesting wife. I mean life.
It's
a
a
very-
very interesting wife. Hmm.
He's gonna beat the shit out of you for saying
Yeah.
that.
Mike Tyson
Better-
could literally
better
kill
watch
me.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a,
with
what
one
a
punch.
story that would be, though.
What a story,
Dying
Mark.
from Mike Tyson.
Dude.
That was a little reference to the room for the audience.
That was like for the funny movie, The Room, that you can watch with your funny theater friends.
I never watched it.
I don't listen. That's kind of an oxymoron. Funny theater friends. I don't know about that one.
Basically, you're funny.
I'm not a theater friend.
Basically, you're a theater kid.
I don't associate with theater kids.
You're not a theater
kids
kid. You're
even-
just a kid who did theater. There's a difference.
I was a kid that did theater, and theater adults
You.
now in university
This is
are
true.
even like having you see the theater kids and you're like, wow, that's cringe, and then they grow up and don't grow out of it, and you're like, wow, this is embarrassing. It's not even cringy anymore.
Yeah, they're
it's
called
just embarrassing.
actors, basically, and they make more money than you do, and they get more pussy than you do. So
Well,
what are you
no,
talking
not
about?
these actors.
True.
No. An actor who makes a lot of money is a relatively normal
Yeah,
person.
you think Robert Downey Jr. was a theater kid?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, probably, but like at the same time, he probably also.
Nothing wrong with that.
But like theater kids,
Just
most of the time, it's like you're in high school. And it's like the valedictorian was a theater kid, not in our case, right? But like the kid did everything, right? That's why they're valedictorian, and they were in theater all the time, and they could act, and they're
mm,
good at it. Those are the ones that go out to be actors and get money, and they can network. I'm talking about the people who they go
Like,
out
wear
and
furry
they think
tails.
they're like, yeah, they wear furry tails.
They hissed
And
at
they,
you.
I know I'm being ableist again, but they're wearing furry tails.
Why are you
and-
zigging their zag, dude? Why can't they just?
No, but what I'm
But
saying
they can
is,
wear the furry tail if they don't
it's
hiss at
No,
you.
yeah, you're not saying anything bad. You're describing. You're
do whatever you
objectively
want.
describing.
do whatever you want. I'm just embarrassed for you.
Except for hissing at
Like,
me.
You can
can't
be
say that.
embarrassed, and people are probably embarrassed for me all the time. I mean, have you listened to the podcast and the shit I've said on it? That's fucking embarrassing. Okay. But
How
I'm
dare
just
you.
saying, like,
No, I
Damn, bro.
yeah, I
when they grow up and don't grow out of it, and then they're still like, they're like, I'm all in it, and I'm here, and I'm loud, and I'm in charge, and it's like, oh man, just stop being loud. Just stop being loud. Just quiet down. Just calm down.
You're just saying you want some peace and quiet. That's all you're
I
saying.
just want some peace and quiet, man. I want to go to a theater class and have some peace and quiet. But it's not possible. I was in so for my art history class, we had to do this. We had to go to this presentation. The presentation was really cool. But then the dude he played a video that he made with his kid, and they did what's that? Rotoscope, right?
Oh, yeah.
Rotoscope is when you like draw over the person who's moving or whatever. And it was really nice. It was a nice video. And then the share screen stopped, and there was like 10 other. There was like 100 people in the Zoom call, but there's like 10 students with their web cameras on for literally no reason, and there was like some people crying and stuff, and the guy's like, oh, don't cry, don't cry.
Don't
it's,
cry.
It's okay, please don't cry.
That was not the intended purpose.
Yeah,
of
it's not. And they're like tearing up, and they're like, because it was so beautiful, they're crying because it was so beautiful. And I'm like, oh god, get a grip, please, I'm begging you.
I think you just outed yourself as a psychopath because you don't feel emotion to this beautiful. This guy drew his kid as Superman or whatever, and
Exactly.
you didn't find that beautiful.
I found it beautiful. I just it didn't move me to tears, you know.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm a cold, heartless piece of shit,
What's wrong with you?
and I love it.
I had a Zoom call today, like a class, and again, I think I don't know if I said this before, but we're using Bongo, which
Oh, Boingo, yeah.
Boingo.
Banga banga bongo.
Bongo, I don't want to leave the Congo. No.
I don't know if we can say that. Okay. Anyways,
It's a song, Noah.
I don't want to leave the jungle. I refuse to go.
it's our school website's built-in virtual classroom, and
Like for Course Link?
yeah.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Yeah, and so the teacher, I mean, like, bless her heart, she's really trying her best to use it. But the sound is really glitchy, and we don't know if it's her internet or if it's the service, but it was like really cutting in and out. It almost sounded like how some episodes of this podcast sound, but way worse. And so people are like trying to help her, and they're like, "Oh, like the sound's kind of glitchy for me, kind of glitchy." And it's like, okay, and then there's this one person who's like, "Yeah, it's really hard for me to focus." I'm like, oh my god. Like,
hey, but at the same time, like maybe they are, they have their neurodivergent. Is that
what? This is
that's
a
like
new
ADHD,
perspective that
that's
I
like
did not even
ADHD.
consider.
Right? Like no,
Yeah.
but maybe they can't actually focus because of the glitching or whatever, right?
No, for sure, but it's like the same thing that happens all the time where it's like yeah, like no, I'm not like everyone has to say it, and it's like I'm sure the professor knows.
Oh, but you're saying like everybody's being like, yeah, I can't hear, yeah, I can't hear.
Yeah.
And everybody just says it, and it's like, oh man.
It's like
that's what I don't like. Yeah.
I think she's got it, guys.
She fucked
the funniest is when we were in a lecture and we couldn't I think the professor couldn't hear us or something, and we kept saying like, you're not recording, but she couldn't hear us, so she kept going. And when she's full screen, she can't see the chat, so we're like she can't hear us and she's not recording the lecture, and we're like, how do we get her attention? So we're like spamming her and stuff. I can't remember how. I think she finally like looked and was like, oh, sorry everybody.
You should have swatted her. Then
Hey,
that would
guys,
have got her
listen,
attention.
Yeah, man, she's got some fucking. I got some hostages at this address.
I think
like I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill them. You have to come and stop me. The cops
Never
like come
fucking-
in and stuff.
never fucking swat anyone.
That's so
There's such
fucked up.
sad stories about
It's
that.
so fucked up. Like, what do you get out of it? And you see it, and it's always exactly what the person's gonna look like.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Which of our viewers are you telling not to swat?
Please.
Like, do you, does our audience? Do you think our audience?
I
was
don't
I'm
know.
just saying in
I don't know if
general.
it's a problem in India, but don't swat people.
That is true. Most of our viewers are from India.
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
that's what Noah claimed about 20 episodes ago.
I did not.
Yes,
Don't
you
put-
did.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, it was like the 3rd episode or something.
Deny.
statistics.
You make a good
And you said
politician.
like 70% are.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
70%.
There's nothing wrong with that, with having a diverse palette of listeners. And if
I didn't.
they want to,
Why are you saying there's anything? Why are you even implying that? I'm just saying that I was explaining Basie's joke because you thought he was
Oh.
being
What
Cool.
is 70%
of 3.
of 3? One.
one,
There you go. One person.
our roommate.
Ugh. 70% of 3 is 1?
I guess.
Oh, actually, yeah. that-
Okay, it's not the math podcast.
No, that wouldn't.
Send
make
in your
any
math.
sense. What the hell
Send
are
in your
you talking
math
about?
homework.
Yes,
Send in your,
send your math homework.
send
We'll
in
do
your
it for you.
calculus. We'll figure it out for you. I can do integers.
I can do your mom.
We do
It's a little RWJ
quote.
reference for the audience.
we do discussion posts for you, so you don't have to. 'Cause I know you have like 3 classes where the prof is like, do a discussion post by Wednesday and then reply by Friday
Oh my god.
for full marks. You get 1 extra mark.
I don't want to. Okay, I have this one class where, the professor assigns stuff on Friday and says, here's the work of 2 of the students from the workshop. So just come up with like critiques, so like 2 strengths, 2 weaknesses, and blah blah blah. And then hand those in by Monday when the workshop is. And the one day that we were supposed to do it, it was like we got an email on Sunday and it's like, hey, I understand that some of you might have done like double the work because each person had it's creative writing class, so like we were critiquing people's character exercises and they had 2, and he's like, if you did critiques for both, you're only supposed to do it for their assignment in general, but if you did it for both, you will be marked higher.
Oh, did you do it for both?
I'm like, no, I don't have any time. I was like, it's due on Monday, but I'm like, why would you say that?
Uh-huh.
I was,
Fuck.
I was just gonna do it, but now there's like this guilt. It's an interesting class.
That you
It's a
have to
pretty-
do it.
It's a pretty good
They
class,
feel
though.
like you have to do now. It's like, well,
Yeah.
you don't have to, but you'll get better marks for it.
It's a good class, but stuff gets given to us on Friday, and then we have until our workshop date to do it. And so my workshop's on Monday, and that's nuts because it's annoying because we have to do it during the weekend, and you don't want to do work on the weekend, especially if it was like only due on Friday, so you didn't have any other chance to do it.
Mhm.
And so our workshop is like, it's like kind of like low key, like you can tell we're all kind of tired. He usually has to call on people to make suggestions. The Wednesday workshop, I was in there once because he accidentally gave my work to them, so they were critiquing it, so he just invited me to come and listen, and I
Mhm.
was just kind of sitting in listening to them. He's like so much more happier with them, and they're like, they engage him a lot more, and he's like, they're like asking all these questions, and the conversation goes on for way longer. And I was like, this is definitely because by chance these people all have their assignments due on Wednesday. Like they have 2 extra days to do their assignments, so they're all in a way better mood.
They have
Like-
2 extra days, and it's probably just the people in there as well, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
there's we have groups for history or whatever, and all the groups I'm in for like discussion groups are really good.
Mhm.
But I've heard like the teacher would be sometimes like, like at the very beginning we had to like say who we are or whatever in the discussion post, and then she's like, yeah, there's some groups where nobody said anything at all. And I'm like, ooh, that's rough. So sometimes it's just a bunch of like super introverted people or just people who don't give
Oh
a
yeah,
fuck.
for
They're
sure.
like,
And
"Oh,
like
fuck
that's the
this."
hard thing about online school, right? Is because you have people, everyone has to participate, so they'll be like, oh, like, do you want to say something? Like,
No.
yeah, so, and like I feel bad because people didn't expect to be doing this.
Mhm.
I've been participating out my ass, dude. I've been talking.
Me too. Yeah, with seminars, it makes it a little easier when like
Oh,
other
yeah.
people have to present.
Oh,
So
it's
you can just
yeah,
like, oh yeah, going off of what blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah says.
that's all it is, right? It's like you want to get that participation marks. You're just like, yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off of what Mark said. Yeah, I do think that that is good. That this was a good thing.
My favorite is I completely agree with you, and I really like your point about this. And it's
Oh,
like
that's
"Ah,
every discussion
that's a good
post.
discussion. There's in one of my groups, there's a Japanese student, and hers are always like, she's really trying, but she's like, very good. I really liked that one. And it's like, oh,
How do you know
thanks.
that sounded like normal English to me, basically?
No, but like that's all she would say. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know why you had to bring up that she was from the land of the rising sun, but
Well, she also her posts and stuff are
Hawaii.
no, they're one second.
Oh,
I think I have to end it here, anyways.
Anyways, yeah, she would like her posts are like broken English, but that's fine. But
That's
it's just I don't know why I brought that up.
That's fine. Anyway,
don't know
Toronto
about
had a
that.
protest yesterday. I
What
think.
against Japanese people?
No, it was about
Oh.
it was against
lockdown.
it was against Armenia. That's what it was against.
Oh wow,
It was
Oh,
just
the
specific.
Oh,
it was an
I
it was
wasn't
an
expecting that.
Azerbaijani
Yeah.
protest.
That's the Elon Musk thing.
U.S. basically, I don't know if it's conspiracy or not or whatever, but basically, there was a military coup in
Bolivia.
Bolivia. Thank you. Thank you. I was saying, anyways, when I was talking to myself, they so there was a coup. They kicked out the guy because he was socialist or whatever. Now
Well-
it's like a fascist kind of thing. But basically, what they want is the lithium that's there.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
So
say. That's the
the
Elon
plastic
Musk thing,
US
right?
comes
Yeah,
in. They want the
that's Elon
minerals.
Musk.
They want the shit that they have, so they take over the government so they can get it.
Well,
And
the
that's what we
fact
with Elon Musk, yeah.
the fact that they voted the guy back in legitimately proves that it was a coup. No, like
They're voting to vote the guy who was kicked out, who's in exile. Yeah.
yeah,
I think
exactly. So
they're
that kind of proves that it was a coup.
It was a coup. No, it was 100%.
Oh, okay, I thought you
military
said it
coup.
was like a conspiracy.
Well, it's a conspiracy that it was the U.S. government that started it, right? It was
so
a military coup, but it was probably the CIA.
Wait, so the people want the fascist guy?
No, the people
Yeah.
want the old guy,
Oh,
not the fascist guy,
why did the old guy get kicked out?
because they wanted the lithium, so they kicked him out.
America.
You need
America
Fuck
wants the lithium, yeah. So they
Elon
kick out
Musk,
the
yeah.
socialist guy. Yeah, but Elon Musk went down and he
In his
exiled.
Iron Man suit.
Yeah, he's the Iron Patriot, and he kicked out the socialist guy,
Huh.
and
So,
there
Because he was a
military
socialist,
coup.
so they sent in the CIA.
CAA.
The CAA.
So
to
Matt,
help
what
them
did
with their car problems?
your sign say during the
my
protest?
sign. My
Yeah.
sign said Krusty Krab unfair.
Krusty Krab unfair.
Elon Musk went down there in his.
I really want to hear Marchin's Elon
I
Musk.
know, me
joke.
too.
He
It's cutting
keeps
out.
getting stolen by a ghost. All right. Well, if Marchin, if you can get it out, you can interrupt me anytime. But I am gonna
Elon Musk doesn't want you to know.
end things here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to Home for the song Resonance. Thank you guys for subscribing on YouTube. If you haven't, I guess subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on Spotify, or follow, or
Give us money. Give us
give
money.
us
Buy our
give us
merch.
money. Yeah, we don't have any merch, but follow us on Instagram at post unavailable pod. And yeah, have a good
Oh yeah, dude.
little couple days before we do another episode, because that's
Ooh,
that's what your
we
time
roll.
should be dedicated to.
Ooh.
Martin, do you want to finish with that Elon Musk joke?
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, guys. Every time I try to say it, I get disconnected from the call, so I don't think it's in the stars.
I think Elon Musk is stopping you from saying it.
Elon Musk.
It's a military
Elon Musk got his
coup.
hacker girlfriend Grimes to cut you out.
Quick, guys. Say something funny. Say some funny meme. Here come that boy.
Oh shit. What up?
Okay, and then just funny.
I'm trying to find the
It's
lead general thing. I
Wednesday,
just scroll so far.